In this video, we're going to create a mobile app prototype. Here are the materials I'm going to use. I've got a Bristol board here. This is 9 by 12 pad. I've got scissors, an X-Acto. I've got a ruler and, of course, a pencil or two, a sharpener, and an eraser just in case. I've also got a 50% gray marker, not necessary, but I'll show you how I'll use that. And finally, I've got my iPhone. So the first thing I'm going to do is just, in a rapid prototype, of course, is just it's a way to identify problems early. You can get important feedback at this stage without spending any real time or money. And so it's a really low fidelity. Okay, so I'm just going to trace. This is how down and dirty. I'm just going to trace my cell phone here. Now, granted, there are many templates you can find digitally, but those may not offer all the screens you'll need to create your mobile app. So it's good to just pencil it in. Okay, and let's just measure out a few things here. It's about 1/2 inch down from the edge on both top and bottom. And it's really 1/8 inch, at least in my iPhone. I'm going to add 3/16 just to be sure, so we don't rip the Bristol board or anything like that. And I'll just put 2 little tick marks here. And we're going to use the ruler to connect those up, of course. I'm just going to eyeball this. Here we go. Let me cut this page down to size a little bit. We're going to use this as a frame. We'll hang on to this piece of paper for a moment. And then next I'm going to just cut out the inside frame, so that'll be visible to us. Use my X-Acto. And these are very sharp, as you know, so you want to be really mindful not to try to cut through it in one pass, but give it a couple. I don't put a ton of pressure on it just yet, but just enough so I know it's been cutting through. You want to stay on top of it, because if you're at too much of an angle, it may slip. And the way this usually happens is it'll jump the ruler, and then it ends up on one of your fingers. For those of us who've been working in this business for a long time, we'll have a little piece cut out of our fingers at one time or another, maybe because of a tight deadline and we're in a hurry. So you want to give yourself plenty of time to just carefully do this part of the process. And one more. Notice I've turned over my Bristol board pad so that I'm using the back of it as my cushion, so I'm not cutting through my desk. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take my 50% marker now, and I'm just gonna give it some color because it'll give it some contrast between the screens that I'm going to slide under this, just to get a little better sense of what that look like. Okay. And this, I'm just going to cut the rest of this out with a pair of scissors. There we go. There's our screen. Okay. So we'll set those aside. What I've done here is I've created some really, really rough thumbnails of what I'm thinking about for my mobile app. And this is, I took the 3 words from our list and I came up with an app that's going to be it's called Zen Pause, and you can go to different parks, dog walking parks, to connect with other dog walkers. And it also includes a list of songs that you can access as you're walking your dog to connect up some of these things that we've spoken about. So this is rough, but what I'm going to do now is let's just do 3 screens. And of course we would do more, but let's use this edge here. What we're going to be doing is creating our screens, and then we can just slide over to the next one. We can get a sense of how this whole process will work. So I can go right here, and let's just find the tangent, and let's figure where those 3 screens are going to be. Here's my first. There is my second. And here's my third. Okay. Make sure this is accurate. I think I'm going to just down a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Great. Let's just measure over 2.5. Two and a half. 2.5. Okay, I'm just going to connect up these. So I know where each screen ends. Okay, I'll hang on to this. This will be my little slider. And of course, we had many screens. We'd want to add some more or create a few more of these. All right. I am going to, I've gone to AI to create a few things that might help us build this. I've got a little welcome here, and I'm going to just sketch this in. I'm not doing much more than just a little, and I'll marker it up. I'm done. This will be a little description of what this might be about. And of course, at the bottom here, we need about, we'll give it a 1/4 inch just to be safe here at the bottom to allow for okay. So let's, I'm going to actually add a little more to this. Some room to breathe. Just okay. And what I've created here are going to be 4 little links. We're going to have home, connect, map, and music. And, you know, super rough. We're doing just home, connect, map, and music. And then, of course, we'll do the same here across all 4. And you can see I can get in with a heavier marker to finalize this stuff a little bit, but I just kind of want to lay it all out. And I would, let's do this right now. Let's just glue him on there. As you see, I am wanting to just get this down. I didn't spend that much time cutting it out. I'm just roughing this in. Welcome. And we'll call this Zen Pause. Here with a little blurb of its next screen. We could go to a sign up screen, but I think it's better to have some benefits. And why would you even want to choose this? And I'm going to track this out a little bit. Benefits. And we'll list those. And then we'll move on to, well, let's go ahead and do a demo of it or something like that. Demo screen. And let's set this in, and we'll do a little animated piece that shows that you can click on such and such, and then we'll see, say, a map of the dog park, and it'll play music. All right, so pretend this is a map here we've got. And I'll reference something there, drop it in. Okay. So super rough. And of course, I've got already 6 screens started for this particular app, but here we go. This is as crude as it gets. So we go and we say, welcome to Zen Pause. We get to benefits. We go here. Well, there's a little problem. I forgot to allow us to go back, right? And so this is where we go, oh yeah, that's right. We need this little thing up here. We need to allow for some space here as well. And then I slide the next screen over. I can go into here. We could bring up, say we could also include a little tap screen, right, to sign in, etc. So this is a super simple, how long does this take? About 10 minutes to do a quick little demo so we can show people what this product will really look like. There you have it.